Good job.
I came up with that one.
That's good. That sounds good. Look at all those army trucks. That's crazy. They've been going for a while and they just keep on going.
That person in front of us thinks you're crazy.
They probably think I'm recording them. Oh, geez. Today is, what is today? Tuesday, March 13th? I don't even know. It is Tuesday, but I don't know if it's the 13th. So I'm back down here where we're going to, this is our home place, right? And there's the tarp of, or the top of the greenhouse. I come down here to check it out because it's been raining, right? And it's super muddy down here and there's still mud puddles. So, it's going to be in the 60s today. So I'm hoping that it's going to continue to dry out, and maybe later I can come down here and start working on putting all those pieces together. But I've got my mini saw and I need to work on the trail today. When we lived in the other place, we started doing Easter, celebrating Easter at our house, and I had a trail there. And so the grandkids, my mom, my sister, my nieces and nephews, my brother, his wife, his kids, so we had a crew, and my mom would always have tons of eggs to put out, you know, with prizes in them. And so they would walk the trail and find the eggs, and then we would eat and just have a good day. So now that we're in our new place, we want to continue that. So Easter is in about a month, and so I have about a month to get this trail cleared off. So that's what I'm doing out here today. I'm going to walk and continue working on it. So today I'm just going to take this and trim the overhanging branches and just try to clear it out, and then come back on another day and start working on clearing up the branches. We just walked from there, and now we are down by where the road is, and when we check our mailbox, we walk through that mess right there and go down and check our mailbox. But our driveway is actually over there now, so I'm wanting to call the 911 office and ask them if I can move our mailbox across from our road. When I called them, we were going to put our driveway here, and we decided, oh, it's too steep, let's not do that. That's when we found the old logging road and decided to use it, which is still steep. As you guys know, we've had problems with that hill. But getting back to this point right here, there's my trail. So I'm going to walk it, and as branches are overhanging or leaning in the way, I'm going to cut them, and then at a later time I'm going to come back through and just rake the leaves so that there is a clear path, visible clear path. There is a creepy man in the woods. He says he's been watching me for like 20 minutes. He's such a butt. The battery died, so I am not going to be able to finish the other side of the trail, but we did make it to the road. So from here, we've got to figure out, or I've got to figure out where we want to cross over and work on the other side, because there's dirt there, so it's going to have to be, I don't know, maybe right here. And then I want it to go along the ridge right there. Woo! What a day. So, Patrick literally just drove off. I did drop Chloe off and I went and picked up some supplies. I have some orders to fill. Crazy things, you guys, are happening, and I'm not like gonna be like conspiracy theory-ish or anything like that, but honestly, just some things to think about with the banking system and cash and why we should have cash on hand. I know a lot of places are going electronic and things like that, but we can't depend on always being able to swipe our card. Last week I was trying to use my debit card and it would not work. And I was trying to go through Walmart to purchase some things and it would not work. I couldn't get money out of the ATM. I couldn't use it at the gas pump, and I was freaking out a little bit. And I knew there was money in there because I checked it. And so I was like, okay, Patrick didn't, make a big purchase. Nothing come out. Like, there's money in our account. So I called the bank, and they had canceled my card because of fraudulent charges. So the fraud department stopped a big purchase from going through online. And I was very thankful for that. But then that caused my card to be canceled, right? So I went into the bank Friday to get a new card made, and their machine went down, so they could not print me a new card that day. And she apologized, which was not her fault. I didn't make a big deal of it, and I said, yeah, I'll come back another day. So yesterday, which was Monday, I went back to the bank, me and Chloe, and the machine was still down. And she said, well, you can go to such and such town. It's like 15 minutes away. And I literally had just came from there because I drove Patrick to work, same town that he works in. And I said, I just came from there. And she said, well, we're waiving the $10 fee for customers that have to drive to the other bank. And I was like, I already paid my fee for my card. It's okay. We had cash, and so we've just been using the cash that we've had on hand. But I'm telling you guys, we can't depend on our card always working, right? And it's really a good idea to have cash on hand. So going a little further, I do a lot of business online. We have our personal checking account that we use, a joint account. And then I have a separate account that I use this card strictly for my online payouts that I get deposits from. I also use this card to make my purchases for my business. So that's what I use this other account for. I don't like to mix the two. So that's why I have two separate. So if you guys have heard recently about the bank that went down, right? That bank was associated with the Etsy marketplace. So Etsy used that bank to do all of their stuff. So payouts were delayed. I also do wholesale through the Fair Marketplace, which is a huge wholesaler. So businesses on there purchase in bulk from businesses like me, right? They use that same bank. And I have gotten an email from both Etsy and Fair explaining that they were resolving the situation, that they switched banks and payouts would be initiated again. This is very concerning because all of our money is tied up in some type of an electronic system, right? We don't get literal paychecks anymore where we go to the bank and we cash them. Like, that's not a thing anymore. It's all direct deposit. But what happens when something goes down and you don't get your money? You know what I'm saying? Just being aware. I'm sitting here and I'm actually working now. As Patrick went on to work, I'm going to use the rest of my day to get my orders out. But I'm thankful that I can do business here at home. But then it's unfortunate when things crash and our finances are all tied up electronically and there's literally nothing you can do. So me and sister went to the store today before I took her to her dad's house, and I was like, sister, I have $20. I can't use my card because I don't have a card. So we've got to, and we got what we needed to get. And Patrick has cash on him. And I rarely have cash. Ever. Never really. I just use my card. But this is a huge lesson. And I just kind of wanted to make it aware that it's a good idea probably to stash some cash back. So if you get paid, deposit, direct deposit. Maybe if you're on a budget, get out some spending money and just tuck it away, especially for those days that you swipe your card and you can't pay for your items, which makes me think about, okay, Patrick tried to use his card to get gas, and he went in the store and he actually called me. He's like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "I didn't do anything." He said, "My card won't work." And I said, "Literally, I haven't spent any money. Like, I don't know why your card's not working." And then we came to the conclusion that when they canceled mine, they probably canceled his. We don't really know yet. We're going to figure all of that out tomorrow. We're going to go up to the other bank and talk to them and both get new cards. But he was freaking out too. But he had cash in his truck, so he stashed some cash back. And he went out and he got money and he was able to pay for his stuff. But it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you're denied, when your card's declined. And then it's embarrassing when you can't, have no other means to get your money. And then it's also frightening. It's frightening because you're like, how am I going to get what I need? I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because that legit happened, and it was kind of scary. Well, I need a shower really badly today. So I have to hook our shower thing back up because it's been getting cool. It got cool last night. And Patrick said, we can't leave this outside. Because the other one that we had worked perfectly fine until it froze. And when it froze, it busted something inside the tank. So when I hope I put these on right. This is the gas, water output. Okay, so it goes right here. I have to make sure I don't mess this up. So it broke the inside, and he thought he fixed it, and it ran a couple times, and then it just wouldn't. So we had to buy this new one, and these are like $150. So it's not like we can just keep replacing them, right? So we want to make sure that we do not leave these out when it's freezing. So if you are thinking about getting one of these on-demand water heaters, if you're just on this video and you're like, oh, I would like to have one, be very cautious in the winter because the water will freeze inside. You can unplug it. Whoops. I had unplugged everything from it, and I thought that I had drained the water out, and apparently I did not, because there's still water up in the coils. So you want to make sure that even if you drain the water out, you take it inside. Like if your little thing isn't heated, take it inside somewhere so that it does not freeze. Everything is plugged in, it's hooked up, it's ready to go. So I'm going to shower, I'm going to wash some dishes. I also want to document this. I want to say that I am going to be running this pump on solar. And sometimes, or most of the time, when I've got a lot of things going, I will go ahead and take my shower and hook everything up to the generator. But I'm here by myself, and I want to hear my surroundings. So I'm using the quiet pump, and I'm going to be running it on solar so that everything isn't loud. I'm not scared, but I feel, can I say intimidated? Because I can't hear if someone pulls up. I can't hear things going on around me. And since I'm out here in the middle of the woods by myself, I need to hear my surroundings.